Hello guys, this LAB2 we are going to configure according to this task 2. So task 2 says create an access list which is 100, and there will be an extended access list to permit any host to access the server, which is this server right here, which is running web server, DNS server, FTP and SMTP, and SMTP fire the domain means create an access list which is 100, which is an extended access list to permit any host, yeah, to access, which means these two hosts will be permitted, any host to access the server via the domain. Okay, the second line says create an access list which is same 100 to permit any host. Again, these two will be permitted. Sorry, these two will be permitted to access the server via FTP. So as you can see, this server is running FTP as well. Okay, again it says the last task, it says like create an access list which is 100 to deny this statement is deny any host to access the server via HTTPS. So at that point we're gonna deny this and this to access to HTTPS, and then apply to the relevant interface, because this one will be an interface ACL. The lab before was line VTY or line VTY ACL, or we applied on the line VTY because it was a management. So without further delay, how are we going to accomplish this, and where are we going to apply? In my opinion, I could create the access list here, but I think the ideal place will be on R1 because it's closest to the server that where we are going to filter. So let us create on here. Okay, access list 100 permit. So now we are permitting any host, right? Permit any host to access the server via the domain. So permit any host, permit TCP, because the domain it has a TCP and UDP ports. It uses UDP and TCP ports. So this one will be TCP, and we'll configure UDP as well. So TCP access list 100 permit TCP any host to, and then we have to say the destination IP address of the server, which is 192.168. If you want, I can make sure, go in here. I want to make sure that you guys are on the same page. So I like this. It's just right. I was adding some services, so let me just keep, and I will come back for it. Okay, so I just want to make sure that we are on the same page. Is it 192.168.1.10? That is what it is. So So .1.10 10 equal EQ, let me EQ means equal. That means like we allow with access list 100, we permit TCP, we are using TCP any host. That means like any host, any of these to come and have access to the domain of the server. It is any host, okay? So any host, then equal, that means like using or coming into, yeah, and then we say domain, because this equal, that means like access list, this access list statement, it permits using TCP TCP protocol, or protocol using the TCP. It allows any host, and it allows to access this host IP address, which is this one, and then equal means like going to the domain, or just through domain. That's what they could say, equal to domain. And then I'm going to type it, and then instead of TCP I'm going to use UDP, since it uses both. Okay, that's one thing. And the second task says create an access list to permit any host, same any host again, but at this time we are using FTP. So to access an FTP, okay, permit TCP, any host, this time is only TCP, any host go into, this is go into, which is a server IP address, and then equal to through FTP, equal to, I could say true. I mean, that's my own expression, by the way, so you can say whatever you want, but you are going to this host address through equal, just through using FTP protocol. Okay, and then again access list, I'm just going to make it as a shortcut. Then we're going to deny, because the task says the last line, we have to deny any host, we have to deny, create an ACL to deny any host to access via HTTPS. Okay, before we deny, let me make sure if we can access this server. This server is a HTTPS. So let me go on this guy, user 1. Let me say HTTPS, then let me go to this. So now HTTPS, then 192.168.1.10. So let's make sure if we can go in. So I want to make sure that we have an access. Yes, now we have an access. Yeah, this is the server. So we are using HTTPS, but at the same time we can use HTTP. Yeah, let me say HTTP 192.168.1.10. So at this time is HTTP. We are waiting for the reply, and the other one was HTTPS. So we made sure that we're restricting HTTPS. Oh, so I gave a wrong IP address. I said 12 instead of 192. Yeah, now we are using HTTP only. and before we were using HTTPS as you saw it. What about the other host, this one, PC1? So let us say HTTPS 192.168.1.10. So let us wait. So we just want to make sure that everyone you can go in. So now we are on HTTPS, you see. Okay, let me go HTTP alone. And this is the management PC. So we are safely can access both websites, both protocols. Okay, perfect. So now we are denying TCP and any host go into 192.168.1.10, which is the server, use equal through, I can say that, then HTTPS through HTTPS. Don't we have HTTP and this? Equal to HTTPS. Okay, let me say 443, which is the corresponding IP address. So I don't think he just supporting the name. Okay, now do show run section access list. Let us see what we configured here. So now we have configured. This is just for the management, the one that we configured at previous lab. But here it says access list 100 permit any host to access the server, which is 192.168.1.1 through equal using the domain. And we configure another access list, but at this time, that time was a TCP, this one is a UDP. And then any host, because this one was TCP, we used first line, and the second line we used the UDP. And then again, any host go into this one to 192.168, which is the server 1.10 through the domain. So these both are identical, but they're using TCP and UDP, different protocols. So the protocol used, the number 53 uses UDP and TCP. And access list 100, it permits any host to 192.168 equal FTP at this time. And finally, but not least, is 192.168 permits TCP any host to 192.168.1 equal 443. So this time we are, this one we should have denied. We said permit, we should have denied. So I don't think if we deny, then all the access list will go away. I don't know. I think we're gonna put it back if it goes away. Yeah, it goes away. So I'm gonna put all these three, and then I'm gonna put this guy. But instead of permit, I'm gonna say deny. So now, so I made it shortened. I said I just access ACC. That means access list. So now we all have. So the interface corresponding, the relevant interface, the task asks us to apply will be on this one, because the hosts are coming through here. And one key difference is that the standard access list, when we are configuring the interface based one, when we are configuring standard access list, we configure closest to the destination, and which will be this interface. That would be, if we used ACL, that would be on this interface. on standard access list. But now we send a standard access list. This is the closest to the source. So this is not the source at this time. This is a destination. So the source will be here. So the closest interface will be this one. Perfect. So, and this interface is gigabyte 0/0. Okay, so interface gigabyte 0/0. IP access group 100, and then what is the connection? It is in, because these hosts are coming in. So we are applying inbound direction, because these guys are coming in. So let us test at this point. So let us test that PCA cannot access HTTP. These two hosts cannot access HTTPS that they could do at a moment ago, that they could do little moments ago. So 192.168.1.10. They should not have an access. So they cannot have an access. If they do, something is wrong. Now we are waiting through here. So now you see it cannot access whatsoever. Okay, so but let us say, and if they can use HTTP only, so HTTP should be fine, or should be denied as well, because we did not clearly define. So we will be defining. Yeah, I don't think we can go in because we did not define. If we don't define, then as I said, if you say permit, then yeah, you see we cannot go in. So now if I go in, if I say oh yeah, because, and also we have another impact here, because we denied, so the neighbor of these two routers are affected. So let me say access list, because I have to permit EIGRB, because I have to because now the EIGRB neighbor is here. It just went down, so I have to apply an EIGRB. I have to apply on EIGRB. I have to apply on EIGRB. So what I'm going to do now, so I have like I have to apply. I have to say access list 100 permit EIGRB 100 permit EIGRB to any and any. And now I think the EIGRB should come up. Yeah, now the neighbor should come up. So now let us try if this PC can have an access. Can have an access. So because we did not clearly define, so I'm going to clearly define if you can reach it using HTTPS, which I don't think so. Yeah, okay, now I'll say access list 100 permit TCP any host go into 192.168.1.10 equal port 80. So do show run access list. So now we have this one now. So what are we going to do? I'm gonna I'll put all of them back. If I say this, so let us try, because we're gonna troubleshoot here as well. So what I'm thinking now, if this, because the access list count is from top, so it says a match and match and match, and if it says deny, then it doesn't go down. I mean, it will go down, but like when it's good, it's match and match. But so let us just check it if we can go in. Otherwise, I'm gonna, yeah, now you see HTTP. So now HTTP is a match, so perfectly worked it for us. So we explicitly allow HTTP TP only, and we explicitly deny HTTPS, and that successfully accomplishes our task 2. So see you on the next video. Thank you. Have a great, see you next time.